As the first step in my YouTube career, I made a video about the pool I made, which was a huge success and was watched by 1.2 million people. Thanks for watching and subscribing. So here is the continuation of the video. Some commenters hit on the following project: concreting the area around the pool. I also made a video about it. Let's say it's just boring concreting, but let's see if this ASMR type video will be viewed as well. Anyway, there was content a long time ago. But this year I definitely have to produce a lot of videos because I decided I need a 100K YouTube button. By all means, if you haven't already done so, subscribe. I made a bank 2 meters wide. It is ideal for lying out and is wide enough to prevent dirt from entering the pool. Since I wanted to do it alone, concreting would have been a big task, so I divided it into 7 segments. The total amount of concrete is 4 to 4.5 cubic meters, which is quite a lot. But dividing this into 7 parts, a little more than half a cubic meter has to be processed at one time. This is about 150 kilograms of cement and 0.6 cubic meters of gravel at one time, which is like 12 to 14 servings of mixing each time. One thing I didn't think about when designing the pool was wastewater. Originally, a 20 mm KP pipe would have carried out the drainage of the backwashing water of the pool, but unfortunately its cross-section is too small. It just so happened that I am doing the drainage system of my house right now, because it will go right next to the pool shaft. I can lead the wastewater into this 110 mm PVC pipe with the appropriate diameter. There is a saying that at least 8 centimeters of concrete is recommended for pedestrian traffic, at least 15 centimeters of concrete for car traffic, and if we plan for eternal life plus 1 day for tank traffic, then we need 20 centimeters of reinforced concrete. I left the thickness of the concrete 12 centimeters, but it is thicker in many places, because I couldn't level the ground exactly. This must surely withstand the load of people in the long run. Regarding the narration, I have to admit that my English accent and pronunciation are terrible. I don't want to bother my old narrator because everyone said his voice is like Tom Hanks. Also, he would spend the commission I would pay him from the income of the video to maintain a Ford Focus, which I am not willing to contribute. His previous car was an old Alfa Romeo, Soval has already made a less bad decision, but she is still burying her money. So I came to the decision that I used AI assistance. I hope it's not too confusing. But believe me, my terrible Hungarian accent would be much more confusing. I solved the sewage connection with a 32 mm PVC pipe. It would have been much easier if I had thought ahead and not had to drill and chisel. It would have been not only simpler, but also more beautiful. In the meantime, I have to move the frog out because he didn't pay the common costs and utilities. Some frogs tried the rainwater collected in the pool before the season. They liked it. Back to the 32 gauge PVC pipe. The pool vacuum pipe will also go directly here, bypassing the filter housing. The 32 mm pool pipe can be combined with the 32 PVC pipe. In the future, I will weld another bracket for the sand filter. That way, you don't have to go down separately when backwash and rinsing, but the filter will be conveniently accessible from above. The plans before this season also include a pool cover, which I would like to make a separate video about. I also want to make one about water purification. Many people noticed that the water at the end of the old video looks dirty. It is not. I fill the pool with well water. And well water contains natural iron. And if I add chlorine to the water, the iron content of the water is precipitated. After a few days waiting, the water is crystal clear. You just have to vacuum the sediment from below. But I also want to make a video with well. It's true that I have 1,000 video ideas in my head, but I'm too lazy to implement them. But it's time for me to get started. Man's existence passes away and only his creations can become eternal life. What could be more eternal than concrete? But if you create, you have to sign. If the print of my hand is already in the concrete of the manhole cover, then the print of my foot should also be somewhere inside. And of course the year. The previous year was 2022, the current year is 2024. How time flies! And the concreted area has been completed. It looks much better than before. The water also stays clean, and in terms of comfort and practicality, it is better than grass. Yes, at the end of the work, looking back at the completed work from the terrace, and the correction of the main problem follows. Repair of the return branch. Or rather exchange. Originally, 6 25mm pipes built into the concrete of the floor would have been responsible for the return of the water coming from the filter. I built the pipes in the concrete so that there was a minimum drop in them, so that water cannot stand in it and freeze. Unfortunately, the pipe bent during concreting. The water stopped in it and it froze in the winter. Here, unfortunately, a lot of water leaked from the pool. So, I have to close those 6 pipes completely. It's quite complicated for me. 110 cubic meters of my water flowed from this faulty source. That's how I need to add a new returning branch. I made it as simple as possible. Water will return on 1 branch instead of 6. More than enough. A 50mm pipe will be laid next to the pool. Drilling through the concrete was a really difficult task. 25 centimeters of concrete, from which I did not remove the cement, hard stuff. Even my drill was weak for this. I need to borrow a high-performance machine. I made a 63mm hole for the 50 pin. I will fix it with PR foam and seal the connection with silicone in the future. A 50mm pipe will bring the required amount of water that the pump can produce. All that's left is the cleaning. It would have been better to clean up the autumn walnut leaves first. If you've made it this far with the video, you're definitely an avid viewer. Although I doubt its success, I made a Patreon page. If you like my work and would like to support my content creation, you can do so on Patreon. At the moment there is not so much content up there, but I try to produce videos there as well. Link in the description. Also, I would like to mention that many commenters criticized the 220V lamps. But no one took into account the 220V circulation pump. Since the lamp is a spectacular phenomenon, the pump works silently. That's why it catches everyone's eye. It's not any more dangerous than the pump. And there is a leakage current relay. And if electricity were to be applied to the water, nothing would happen. Under no circumstances would electricity flow through a person. The PE line will always be the shorter way. In any case, although I find it completely safe, I will change the system to 24V. Well, that would have been the video. Thank you for your attention. I thought I still had silicone. Well, no. But no problem, another unwrapped package. Well, that's not good either. But don't worry, there's another unopened tube. No. Who would have thought that time doesn't help silicone?
Megfúrjuk parkszádos fúróval?
Nem.
Szerintem még mehetsz. Mi az a jég roppant?
Ott a túlsó fele ott el lötyög.
Az nem baj. Az csak azért, mert az oda sütött a nap.